Princess Charlotte has a big sister moment with Prince Louis on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Prince Louis steals the show again, and this time, it involves teasing his mom. The UK is in shock after Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis make a jaw-dropping comment about Camilla during a Christmas event at Westminster Abbey. Louis stunned everyone by revealing that Camilla called him annoying and refused to play with him. The royal family's perfect image is now shattered. Tune in to uncover the shocking twist that no one saw coming. The kindness tree sparks royal tension. The spotlight fell on Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, the younger members of the Wales trio known for their playful nature and charm. These royal siblings usually melt hearts wherever they go, but this time, it wasn't the cheeky grin or Charlotte's poise that grabbed attention. It was what Louis said, or rather, what he revealed, that has thrown the monarchy's carefully curated image into question. But then he dropped a bombshell that could shake the monarchy to its core. It all started innocently enough. The Abbey was glowing with festive lights, and guests were encouraged to share handwritten messages of gratitude on a kindness tree, an idea spearheaded by Princess Kate to promote unity and reflection. Louis, as lively as ever, proudly showed off his card, which sweetly thanked his grandparents for always playing games with him. But things took an unexpected turn when someone asked why Queen Camilla wasn't included in his note. Without hesitation, his answer hit like a thunderclap. He mentioned that Camilla had promised to play with him but called him annoying and asked him to leave instead. If that wasn't enough, he added that he'd caught her sitting alone, not doing much at all. Cue the awkward glances and whispered murmurs. Kate's typically serene smile looked a little forced as she rushed over to quietly speak with her son. Meanwhile, Prince William appeared visibly concerned, and Camilla's usually composed expression faltered for a split second. This moment of unfiltered honesty from him exposed something deeper, the palpable tension within the royal family. It's no secret that blending families can be challenging, but when it's the royal family, every interaction is magnified under the public eye. The relationship between the Wales children and their step-grandmother Camilla has often seemed distant, a sharp contrast to the warm and playful bond they share with their Middleton grandparents. Take King Charles, for instance. He's been seen gardening with his grandchildren and reading them stories, showcasing a hands-on approach to grandparenting. Camilla, on the other hand, has remained more formal, with her interactions with the Wales children largely confined to public events. This distance was subtly highlighted during last year's Easter celebrations at Windsor Castle, where the Wales children spent time with their parents and King Charles, while Camilla was with her own family in a separate part of the castle. Moments like the Christmas service underscore the ongoing struggle to balance traditional royal duties with the reality of modern family dynamics. William and Kate have worked hard to give their children a grounded upbringing away from the relentless scrutiny of palace life. Adelaide Cottage, their home in Windsor, is a haven where the kids can run around, play board games, and even bake cookies with their Middleton grandparents. But no amount of cozy family traditions can entirely shield them from the complexities of royal relationships. His comment at the kindness tree wasn't just a child speaking out of turn, it was a rare glimpse behind the palace walls. It's moments like these that remind us that even the royal family isn't immune to the challenges of blending households and navigating intergenerational differences. Publicly, the palace has maintained a united front, emphasizing the importance of family unity. Privately, however, it's clear that not all relationships within the family are as seamless as they'd like us to believe. And then there's Princess Charlotte, whose protective instincts toward her younger brother have become increasingly apparent. Whether it's guiding him through royal events or helping him navigate tricky social situations, Charlotte's maturity and poise are striking. During a recent garden party, she stepped in when he seemed overwhelmed by the crowd, quietly taking his hand and helping him greet guests. These small but telling moments highlight the close bond between the Wales siblings, a bond that seems to provide them with a sense of stability amidst the chaos of royal life. The dynamic between Camilla and the Wales children is further complicated by history. For William, memories of his mother, Princess Diana, and her public struggles with Camilla's role in the breakdown of her marriage to Charles are likely hard to forget. While William has always been polite to Camilla, insiders suggest that his interactions with her are cordial at best. Kate, ever the diplomat, ensures that the children show respect but doesn't push for a closer relationship. This delicate balancing act is emblematic of the larger challenges the family faces as they navigate their complex history. Camilla's relationship with her own grandchildren stands in stark contrast to her bond with the whale's children. At family gatherings, she's often seen spending time with her grandchildren from her first marriage, creating a noticeable divide. During last year's Trooping the Color, for example, Louis' playful antics provided a light-hearted moment, but observers noted the physical and emotional distance between him and Camilla. This divide isn't just about personal preferences or generational gaps, it's a reflection of the complicated dynamics that have shaped the royal family for decades. Blending families is never easy, but when the world is watching, every misstep becomes magnified. For the whale's children, these challenges are part of growing up in one of the most famous families in the world. As the royals continue to navigate their evolving roles in a modern world, one thing is clear: the next generation is already shaking things up in ways no one could have anticipated. Whether it's his candid observations, Charlotte's protective nature, or George's quiet leadership, these young royals are proving that they are more than just figures in a photo op. They're real people with real relationships, navigating the complexities of family life just like the rest of us, albeit under a much brighter spotlight. Charlotte, on the other hand, has carved out her own unique place within the family. Known for her confidence and charm, she's often seen stepping up in moments of need. Her protective nature toward him, as evident during public outings, highlights her nurturing side. It's not just about being the middle child. Charlotte's personality shines through as someone who takes her role seriously, balancing playful sibling dynamics with a surprising maturity. Then there's Louis, the youngest and arguably the most exuberant of the three. His antics have become a favorite of royal watchers. From his cheeky expressions at events to his unfiltered honesty, he represents the more relatable, human side of the royal family. His openness and authenticity are qualities that endear him to the public, but they also bring challenges in a world where every word and action is scrutinized. The interplay between these siblings is fascinating. While George sets the tone with his leadership, Charlotte provides balance with her nurturing demeanor, and Louis adds a dash of spontaneity and fun. Together, they create a dynamic that feels refreshingly normal despite their royal status. It's this balance of traditional roles and modern individuality that makes them so captivating. Adding to this complexity is the role of their parents. William and Kate have made a concerted effort to protect their children from the intense pressures of royal life. Their decision to move to Adelaide Cottage was not just about proximity to the Queen, but also about providing a sense of normalcy. The children attend Lamrook School, where they participate in sports, arts, and other extracurricular activities that allow them to grow and learn away from the spotlight. This approach extends to their family traditions. The Wales family is known for their Saturday morning pancake breakfasts, movie nights, and outdoor adventures. These moments of togetherness help ground the children, providing them with a sense of stability and belonging that is crucial in such a high-profile family. These traditions are not just about creating memories, they are about instilling values and a sense of identity. While the public often sees the polished side of royal life, these behind-the-scenes glimpses reveal a family striving for balance. It's not just about upholding traditions, it's about evolving them to fit the needs of a new generation. The challenges they face, from managing public perceptions to navigating internal family dynamics, are a reminder that even the most seemingly perfect families have their complexities. The British royal family is no stranger to drama, but this latest twist has everyone buzzing. The monarchy has always been sold as this perfect, harmonious symbol of tradition. However, that polished image often hides a tangled web of tension and complex relationships. Now, the spotlight is firmly on Queen Camilla and her connection with William and Kate's children, George, Charlotte, and Louis. Let's be honest, the dynamics are complicated and undeniably fascinating. Camilla's journey to becoming Queen Consort has been anything but straightforward. She transitioned from being cast as the other woman in the tabloids to marrying King Charles after decades of public scrutiny and scandal. She's undoubtedly worked hard to carve out a place for herself within the royal fold, but the shadow of Princess Diana is impossible to ignore. For William, Diana's legacy isn't just a memory, it's a cornerstone of his identity and parenting. This makes Camilla's role in the lives of his children inherently delicate and, at times, strained. William and Kate have made efforts to keep things cordial with Camilla, ensuring respect for her role as Charles's wife. However, cordial doesn't exactly translate to close. For George, Charlotte, and Louis, their relationship with Camilla seems formal at best. Unlike the warmth and deep affection they share with their maternal grandparents, Carol and Michael Middleton, their interactions with Camilla feel more distant. This distinction is emphasized by the nickname they reportedly use for her, Gaga. While it may sound endearing on the surface, it also underscores the boundary between her role and that of a traditional grandmother. Public events often highlight these dynamics. At last year's Trooping the Color, George, Charlotte, and Louis charmed audiences with their playful behavior and interactions with their parents and King Charles. Camilla's presence, however, seemed more peripheral. While Charles engaged warmly with his grandchildren, Camilla's interactions appeared carefully choreographed and minimal. Observers couldn't help but note the physical and emotional distance, fueling speculation about her role within the family. This distance isn't just a matter of personal dynamics, it's deeply rooted in history. William's unwavering dedication to honoring Diana's memory shapes every aspect of his family life. Diana's values and legacy are central to how he and Kate raised their children. Stories of Granny Diana are a regular part of the Wales household, ensuring that her influence remains alive for George, Charlotte, and Louis. This reverence for Diana inevitably creates a barrier to fully embracing Camilla, whose history with Charles is forever intertwined with the pain of Diana's story. Camilla's family dynamics add another layer of complexity. She has her own children and grandchildren from her first marriage, and they remain her primary focus. At family gatherings, she is often seen gravitating toward her biological side, reinforcing the divide within the blended royal family. During the Easter celebrations at Windsor Castle, for instance, Camilla reportedly spent time with her own grandchildren while the Wales family was elsewhere with Charles. These separate gatherings highlight the challenges of blending families within the strict framework of royal tradition. These moments of unfiltered honesty from the Wales children stand in sharp contrast to the traditional royal emphasis on decorum and restraint. William and Kate's parenting style is refreshingly modern, prioritizing openness and relatability. This approach allows their children to express themselves freely, but it also exposes the cracks in their family's dynamics. Louis's remark and other candid moments have revealed that even the most carefully curated royal image can't completely hide the complexities of family relationships. For Camilla, finding her place within this dynamic has been a long and challenging journey. She's worked to gain acceptance within the royal family and the public, but the emotional bonds with the Wales children remain elusive. Her close relationship with her own biological grandchildren only emphasizes the distance between her and William's family. It's a stark reminder that even in the most privileged families, blending two worlds is no easy feat. The media's portrayal of these dynamics further complicates the situation. Public opinion on Camilla remains deeply divided. While some admire her resilience and ability to overcome decades of criticism, others still view her as a symbol of the pain caused to Diana and her sons. This polarization shapes the narrative surrounding her relationship with the Wales children, making it difficult to separate fact from speculation. Are George, Charlotte, and Louis keeping their distance out of loyalty to Diana's memory, or is it simply the natural tension of a blended family? The truth likely lies somewhere in between. As George, Charlotte, and Louis grow older, their interactions with Camilla will undoubtedly evolve. Will they come to see her as a true grandmother figure, or will the emotional barriers remain? Whatever the outcome, their relationship with her will influence public perceptions of the monarchy's future. These children are the next generation of royals, and how they navigate these complex family dynamics will set the tone for the institution's future. In many ways, the tension between Camilla and the Wales children reflects the broader challenges facing the monarchy in the modern era, balancing tradition with changing societal norms, managing personal relationships under intense public scrutiny, and blending families within a rigid framework. These are the realities of royal life. Camilla's struggle to fully integrate into William's family is a microcosm of these challenges. The royal family's story has always been one of love, duty, and resilience. Camilla's journey from being vilified to becoming queen consort is a testament to her determination. However, her relationship with the Wales children serves as a reminder that even in the most carefully managed families, emotional connections can't be forced. Bridging the gap between her and the younger generation of royals will require time, effort, and a willingness to navigate the complexities of their shared history. As the monarchy moves forward, the relationship between Camilla and the Wales children will remain a focal point. It's a story that encapsulates the broader struggles of the institution, reconciling the past with the present, maintaining unity amidst division, and adapting to the expectations of a modern world. Whether this chapter ends with healing or continued distance, it's a compelling reminder that even the most iconic families are, at their core, profoundly human. While these personal dynamics unfold, the public's fascination with the younger generation remains steadfast. George, as the heir-in-waiting, represents the monarchy's future. His upbringing is heavily scrutinized, with every decision made by William and Kate serving as a statement about how they are shaping the next era. Charlotte, with her poised confidence, has quickly become a standout figure in her own right, often praised for her ability to charm audiences during public engagements. Louis, the youngest and most candid of the three, adds a refreshing touch of humor and spontaneity to royal appearances. The way these children interact with their family members, including Camilla, offers valuable insight into the evolving royal dynamic. At official events, their behavior reflects a blend of tradition and modernity. They are polite and well-mannered, yet unafraid to showcase their personalities. These moments of individuality stand in stark contrast to earlier generations, where formality often took precedence over authenticity. This shift in approach is a direct result of William and Kate's efforts to create a more relatable and grounded royal image. The influence of external factors such as the media and public opinion cannot be overstated. The British press has a long history of shaping narratives around the royal family, often amplifying tensions or creating conflict where none may exist. Camilla's relationship with the Wales children is no exception. Every interaction, or lack thereof, is dissected and analyzed, contributing to an atmosphere of speculation and intrigue. This relentless scrutiny places additional pressure on all parties involved, making it even more challenging to foster genuine connections. Despite these hurdles, the monarchy's ability to adapt and evolve remains one of its greatest strengths. The relationship between Camilla and the Wales children may be a work in progress, but it also represents an opportunity for growth and understanding. By addressing these dynamics openly and authentically, the royal family has the potential to redefine what it means to navigate modern family life within the confines of tradition. In the years to come, the evolving bond between Camilla and George, Charlotte, and Louis will continue to captivate public attention. Their interactions will serve as a barometer for the monarchy's progress in balancing personal relationships with public expectations. As these young royals grow into their roles, their ability to navigate these complexities will shape the future of the institution they represent. Through their experiences, the monarchy has the chance to demonstrate that even in the face of profound challenges, resilience and understanding can pave the way for unity and strength. Chapter in royal history: Charlotte and Louis, though, seem to belong to the generation that isn't interested in brushing anything under the carpet. These kids have grown up in an environment where discussing feelings isn't taboo, it's encouraged. While this is great for building emotional intelligence, it's definitely giving the royal PR team some extra grey hairs. Unlike past royal generations, who were often raised by a team of nannies and saw their parents during formal occasions, William and Kate are determined to be hands-on parents. They've made it clear they want their children to have as normal an upbringing as possible. That's why they've opted for schools like Lamrook, which offers a mix of academic rigor and extracurricular activities alongside values like kindness and community involvement. It's a far cry from the cloistered and rigid education their ancestors endured. This balance of royal tradition and modern parenting is giving George, Charlotte, and Louis a unique perspective, one that's relatable but also aware of their responsibilities. Kate's family, the Middletons, have played a huge role in shaping this parenting approach. Carol and Michael Middleton are actively involved in their grandchildren's lives, offering a steady and down-to-earth influence. They are the grandparents who bake cookies, plant flowers in the garden, and organize family games. This involvement is a breath of fresh air compared to the more formal and detached dynamics that once characterized royal family life. William and Kate's decision to include the Middletons in raising their children adds a layer of warmth and relatability, which is reflected in the kids' personalities. Charlotte and Louis have become beloved public figures in their own right. Charlotte's confidence and maturity are striking for her age. She's often seen helping her younger brother navigate public appearances or charming audiences with her poised demeanor. Louis, on the other hand, is the scene stealer. His antics at royal events, whether he's waving enthusiastically, pulling faces, or just being a typical lively child, have endeared him to the public. Their authenticity is a stark contrast to the more buttoned-up image of past royal children, and it's exactly what the monarchy needs to stay relevant in a rapidly changing world. Despite their efforts to create a sense of normalcy, raising children in the royal spotlight is no easy task. The scrutiny is relentless, and every parenting decision William and Kate make is dissected by the media. By encouraging their kids to express themselves openly, they are taking a risk. On one hand, they are raising thoughtful, independent individuals. On the other hand, it's inevitable that this openness will lead to moments that shake up royal protocols, just like Charlotte and Louis's comments about Camilla. The royal family has long been about maintaining control of its image, its narrative, and its members, but in the age of social media and instant news, that kind of control is almost impossible. William and Kate seem to understand that clinging to outdated traditions won't help the monarchy survive. They are trying to adapt, starting with how they raise their children. It's a gamble, but it might be the only way to keep the institution relevant in the 21st century. Charlotte and Louis's recent remarks serve as a wake-up call. They show that the young generation of royals isn't afraid to challenge the status quo. They are willing to speak honestly, even if it's uncomfortable for the family's image. In a way, this is exactly what the monarchy needs. The British public wants authenticity, and these kids are delivering it, whether the palace likes it or not. However, this boldness comes with its challenges. The monarchy is walking a tightrope, trying to modernize without losing the traditions that define it. What's fascinating is how William and Kate's choices reflect broader changes in society. The British public has shifted its expectations of the royal family. People no longer want a distant, untouchable institution, they want a family they can relate to. By sharing candid moments and raising their children with an emphasis on empathy and humility, William and Kate are tapping into this desire. The photos released by Kensington Palace, showing the family hiking, playing games, or celebrating milestones, reinforce this image of relatability. But there's no escaping the fact that the royal children have enormous responsibilities ahead of them. Prince George, as the future king, is being gently introduced to his role. He attends key events and learns about royal traditions in a way that's age-appropriate and non-intimidating. Charlotte and Louis, while not directly in line for the throne, also have roles to play in shaping the monarchy's future. Charlotte's natural charisma and Louis's exuberance add a human touch to an institution often criticized for being too formal and detached. The decision to involve the Middletons so deeply in the children's upbringing is a deliberate move by William and Kate. Historically, the families of those who married into the royal family were kept at arm's length. By breaking this tradition, William and Kate are challenging the rigid structures that have defined royal life for centuries. The presence of the Middletons provides the children with a sense of balance, exposing them to experiences outside the royal bubble. This grounding influence is crucial in preparing George, Charlotte, and Louis for the challenges they'll face as they grow older. Beyond the influence of their immediate family, William and Kate have ensured that their children's experiences are enriched by exposure to diverse perspectives. The choice of Lamrook School is emblematic of this broader vision. The school's inclusive environment allows George, Charlotte, and Louis to interact with peers from various walks of life, fostering empathy and a deeper understanding of the world. This progressive approach to education is a testament to William and Kate's desire to raise royals who are attuned to modern societal values. The significance of this approach cannot be overstated. It signals a shift in how the monarchy integrates with contemporary society. By emphasizing collaboration and shared experiences, William and Kate are setting a precedent for future royal generations. They are not just raising heirs to the throne, they are cultivating individuals who can lead with compassion and authenticity. This shift extends to how the family engages with the public. Their candid appearances and relatable family moments serve to bridge the gap between the monarchy and the people, creating a connection that feels genuine and enduring. The modern parenting choices of William and Kate are not without criticism. Some traditionalists believe they are straying too far from royal norms. Others worry that giving the children too much freedom could backfire, leading to moments of controversy that the monarchy isn't equipped to handle. But these critics may be missing the point. The monarchy has survived for centuries by evolving, and this is just the latest step in its transformation. William and Kate are ensuring that their children are not just heirs to tradition but also representatives of a new, modernized monarchy. The impact of this approach will become even more apparent as the children grow older. By emphasizing empathy, humility, and responsibility, William and Kate are preparing George, Charlotte, and Louis to navigate their roles with authenticity and grace. This isn't just about raising good kids, it's about ensuring the future of the monarchy in a world that values transparency and connection. The younger generation of royals is being positioned not just as symbols of continuity but as leaders who can adapt to the times. Charlotte and Louis's comments about Camilla, while controversial, are a reflection of this broader shift. They show that the days of tightly controlled royal narratives are fading. The monarchy is becoming more open, more honest, and, yes, more human. This new approach may ruffle feathers, but it's a necessary evolution for an institution that's often criticized for being out of touch. Still, there's a broader cultural resonance in the decisions William and Kate are making. Their emphasis on teaching their children about responsibility while allowing them to explore personal freedom mirrors shifting societal values. In an age where authenticity is king, the way George, Charlotte, and Louis are being raised feels like a response to the public's call for greater openness. The royal family's ability to adapt to these demands will determine not just their future relevance but their survival as an institution. Adding to this, their embrace of technology, from virtual school engagements to curated social media glimpses, underscores a keen awareness of how younger generations communicate and connect. This digital fluency, instilled early in the young royals, ensures they are not only seen but heard in a rapidly evolving world. While some may argue this diminishes the mystique of monarchy, others see it as a necessary adjustment to an increasingly connected global audience. Through education, familial grounding, and a progressive view of leadership, William and Kate are crafting a blueprint for 21st-century royalty. Whether this approach will create the stability they envision remains to be seen, but the foundation they are laying today signals a willingness to engage rather than retreat from the complexities of modern life. The monarchy, with all its storied past, is inching closer to a version that feels inclusive, relatable, and, above all, human.